Alright, so one day I was sitting in my history class, and we were talking about economics and history and all that stuff about money and stuff. And then my history teacher tells us, it's not love or friendship that makes the world go round. Money does. Money makes the world go round. And when you think of it, this quote makes a lot of sense. Money is the thing that drives us to do things. You want to take a vacation? Well, you need money. Want to live a happy life? You might need money. Want to be the most popular kid in school? You really need money. And that's really the theme of this video. Rich kids. You see, for adults, money is fair. If you work really hard and gain a lot of money, then you'll have a better life. But if you're super lazy and don't gain any money, then you're just gonna be a homeless guy on the streets of 7-Eleven. But that's a lot different for kids. 'Cause kids can't make money. We can't choose to work hard and gain money to improve the quality of our life. And that's kinda depressing when you go to school and you see kids with the new iPhone 5 billion and really good quality clothes. And knowing that these kids got these things just because their parents are more wealthy than your family, it's just kinda sad. You can be the nicest, most caring person in your school, but you won't get any richer. Now that brings me to cool kids. Most of the time, the coolest kids in your school are probably the more wealthy ones. All the cool kids, they have fancy clothes, crazy hairstyles, amazing technology, and also, why does it seem that all cool kids are always the meanest? I used to have a friend that was really wealthy. He had the whitest shoes, he had great clothing, and he had an iPhone 5 million, and also he had Beats. And for a while we were friends, we would sit at the same table. But then he stopped hanging out with us and started hanging out with the cool kids. He told me every day he would walk to the closest boba place across the street from our school, and he would just buy boba for his friends, and they would buy boba for him, or I don't know, they would get boba. And while he's over there walking with all his friends to the closest boba place, me and my friend are just sitting on this rock bed, just talking to each other, like we look homeless. And you know how I told you all the cool kids wear really good clothing? Well, I wear the same thing to school every day. A t-shirt and some weird short pants, jean thingies, I don't know. Basically, I don't really care what I wear as long as it's comfortable. But oh no, all those cool kids, they're wearing the tightest jeans I've ever seen. They have like a bajillion ripped holes in them, and they have like sweatshirts and everything. And one thing I really don't understand is, why are ripped jeans more expensive than actual, normal jeans? Hold up, why are these ripped jeans $1,200? Why would anyone pay that much money? I also had this other wealthy friend. Actually, he still is my friend, but anyways, he was a lot nicer than most wealthy kids. But he used to have this Samsung phone, and one day he got a new phone, and I was like, hey, what happened to your old phone? And then he went talking about how he had a ton of phones, but then they got old or they broke, and he had to get a new one. But what the hell, how did he get so many good phones? Like, his phones weren't like, all those phones he got weren't bad phones. They are really good phones. I mean, he's here talking about his phone getting old and getting a new one. I only get new technology when I break it. Dang, those rich kids are way too spoiled. One time in 6th grade, we went to a school field trip to Knott's Berry Farm, and we had to all split up into groups. And the groups were led by chaperones, volunteers like the students' parents. And one parent decided it would be a good idea to buy fast passes for all the kids in her group. Let me make sense to you. So fast passes allow you to go into rides in shorter lines, but the fast passes in Knott's are like $75 each for a person. And there were like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people in her group. So that parent, she paid about like $500 for that Knott's trip. And on that same Knott's trip, I only went on 2 rides. I'll spare you the details, but basically the fast passes allowed the other group to ride on a ride 20 times. And I only went on like 2 rides. And let me just say, after that Knott's trip, all the kids hated the kids in that group. They were like, what the hell? Basically, all the other kids that didn't get fast passes were really salty about the other kids. And I was too. Why would you spend $500 on random kids you probably don't even know. Damn, these kids, they're too spoiled, man. Like on my channel, I'm making literal cardboard tanks out of cardboard and trash, man. Remember when fidget spinners were a thing? Well, of course, the first people to get the fidget spinners were the wealthy kids in my class. And then everyone else started getting fidget spinners, of course. But I didn't have a fidget spinner. I didn't buy one. What I did was I made a wooden fidget spinner out of wood using my skills. You see, these wealthy kids, they just went to 7-Eleven or something, just bought a fidget spinner, and here I am, cutting over some wood, planning out templates, and printing out templates to cut open the wood and place bearings inside. It's a lot of work to combat the wealthiness of rich kids. You know how in the first start of the video, I said that as kids, you couldn't really do anything to improve the quality of your life? But I was wrong. It comes down to this. You don't need money to have a good childhood. If anything, having money in your childhood probably makes it worse. You become spoiled and probably a dumber person. And that's the real meaning of this video. Money makes the world go round. There's no arguing with that. But what money doesn't do is money doesn't make your life go round. Well, that's all for now. So thank you all for watching.